I don't know if my brain is turning to full-on mush or what's going on, but nothing's got me with my jazz hands out lately. One game that came out recently that actually has me hopeful is Runescape Dragonwilds. Sounds crazy. It's scratching an itch that I've been feeling lately for a good grindy numbers go up game with a little extra zest, and I've been having a ton of fun with it so far. It's definitely got its caveats, and maybe I'll make a review, but this video's purpose is to share with you some of the things I've learned through the time I've played thus far. Full disclosure, I have beaten all of the available content and have a very close to maxed character. This isn't going to be a top 10 list or tips and tricks or one of those videos. It's just things that I found are really helpful that you might not notice your first pass on things. It's easier to get that perfect counter parry with a shield and not just with a weapon out. The animation to pull out the shield is fast and allows a little more wiggle room for reaction time. The combat in this game can be challenging, especially when dealing with multiple higher level enemies, and being able to counter parry a berserker could be the difference in life and death for you. So get a weapon combo you like and master the timing. You can farm a ton of trees with your astral projection spell. It doesn't just need to be one, and after you get it down, try to position the trees so you can hit two at a time with your splinter, and when you're manually chopping, try to get them to line up so you can get an overhead swing on two logs at the same time. It still nets you the same amount of XP, just in half the time. Throughout the game, you're going to see a pop-up that you're being hunted. If you haven't noticed, it takes whatever area you're in and sends you some of the best goblins or mobs from that area. So if you're in the starting area, it will send easier mobs, and the further you go, whether the power level is higher, you're going to feel it. The same goes for a warband attacking your base. That's why I decided to build my base right by the starting point, which basically allows me not to worry about it, because I'm past these mobs now. There are some quests that you can only pick up and complete at nighttime, so don't get into the habit of sleeping through every night and expecting to 100% the game. Teleporters don't show up on the map unless you're actively using them, so do yourself a favor and mark them on your map so you're not panicking, running from 5 mobs trying to find your teleporter. You can set up an armor mannequin so you can hot swap your gear sets. It's actually pretty useful. You can name your chests at the bottom of them, as well as auto sort them and fill them with any stacks that you have actively in that chest. It's really helpful for your sanity to get in the habit of auto stacking your stuff every time you open a chest until there's a more sophisticated organizational system in the game. And you can do the same with your own inventory by pressing V to sort. If you're wondering how your weapons stack up and what does the most damage where in your combo, grab a training dummy. It's good to know what you can do and what you can't. The spell Wind Step is going to help you climb high, but it's also going to help you fall. It still only works for a certain amount of time, you can't just jump off a giant cliff, but it can help mitigate, if not remove, the fall damage that you would take. Anima Bark is kind of tricky. There's no real guidelines on how to actually find it, and these two aren't the only locations, but they have a good chunk of it and they respawn fairly quickly. The key is to find trees that look like this. A lot of parts of this game are visual cues to represent rarity, like most games, so keep your eyes up and not just down, grabbing onions all day. But you should also do that. I'm sure you're also wondering how you get those floaty rune essence with any kind of consistency. And all I can say is you definitely want to be above at least 2 of the rune stones when you use your spell. There's definitely a sweet spot that can net you 3 every time. Here's an example. Okay, a couple extra things I wanted to throw into this video. You can utilize magical mending to save on super unique resources like the Abyssal Whip you get from the Abyssal Demons. Instead of paying a high price and a rare item, you can essentially just trade your rune essence for repairs. You can queue items to eat and drink at the same time if need be, just right click them one after the other. And my last thing is, if you have friends that you want to play with while you're not on, build your base near the tutorial area, take off all your clothes just in case, and stand outside of your base. Worst case, if a warband comes, it will kill you, but it most likely won't. You won't spam die from tired or hunger or water, it will just leave you at 1 HP indefinitely. That way your friends can still play and you can walk out and touch grass or whatever people do. For those of you playing RuneScape Dragonwilds, I hope you're having fun. I'm cautiously optimistic about this, and I hope to be able to make some more videos about it in the future. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments on any other video of this type that you want to see in the future. But that's it for me. Peace.